Hello friends, in this video I will take you step by step on how to play lesson number 42 from Sagrera's first lesson book. If you're new here, my name is Eric, and on this channel I help you develop your guitar musicianship skills. I found out that taking a quick glance at the big picture before even playing the first note can be of great help in the learning process of a new piece. So, before we actually play a note, let's take a quick look into what we have in front of us. The lesson is 8 measures long, 7 of which share the same pattern. A bass at the start of it, followed by 5/8 notes in stepwise motion in the main melody, giving a total of 6 notes per measure, except for the last one that breaks the pattern to give us the end of the piece. We have 2 voices, a bass line and a main melody. We will be using 2 finger picking patterns, P-I-M-I-M-I and P-M-I-M-I-M. Let's tackle this measure by measure, note by note. Let's go with measure number 1. That one sounds like this. And we have 6 notes, A on the bass, and then the melody, A, B, C, B, A. The bass is open 5th string with the thumb on the right hand, and then we go to the A in the melody. It's string number 3, fret number 2 with finger 2, and we pluck it with the index finger. Then the B is the open 2nd string. We pluck it with the middle finger. Then the C is string number 2, fret number 1 with finger 1, and we play it with the index finger on the right hand. Then we go back to the B on the 2nd string open with middle finger, and we end that measure with finger 2, string 3, fret 2 to play the A with the index finger. And that's measure number 1. Let's go to measure number 2. That one sounds like this. And we've got 6 notes again, E on the bass, and then the main melody, B, C, D, C, B. We play the bass note on the 6th string open with the thumb, and then we play the B on string 2 open with middle finger, and then the C is string number 2, fret number 1 with finger 1, and we pluck it with the index finger. We move on to the D note. With finger 3, we press string number 2, fret number 3, and we pluck it with the middle finger. Then we go back to the C with finger 1 on fret 1, string 2, and we pluck it with the index finger. And finally, open 2nd string to get that B over there. So it was. Remember to always alternate the fingers on the right hand. If we start with middle, we are going to end with middle. If we start with index, we are going to end with index. Measure number 3 is actually the exact same thing as measure number 2. It's basically a copy-paste, so you just have to play the exact thing we just did. Be sure to use the exact same fingers on both hands. Measure number 4 sounds like this. We're using the 1st string for the first time in this lesson, and we have the notes A, C, D, E, D, C. We play the bass on the 5th string open, we pluck it with the thumb, and then we get the C on string number 2, fret number 1 with finger 1, and we pluck it with the middle finger. Be sure to use this middle finger. It's going to make it easier to get. And then we move on to the D, string number 2, fret number 3 with finger 3. We pluck it with the index finger. Then we move on to the E note. That's a open 1st string with the middle finger on the right hand. We go back to D, string number 2, fret number 3, finger number 3, and the index on the right hand, and we end that measure with the C on fret number 1, string number 2, and we pluck it with the middle finger. Measure number 5. It sounds like this. We've got a C sharp here. The notes are A, C sharp, D, E, D. First sharp we see on the first C affects all the Cs within the measure. So even though the last C on this measure does not have a sharp next to it, it is being affected by the very first sharp we got on the second eighth of the measure. So what do we do here? We play the open 5th string to get us that A on the bass, and then with finger 2 we press string number 2, fret number 2 for that C sharp. We pluck it with the middle finger. Then we press finger 3 on fret 3, same string, pluck it with index. Then we got an open string number 1 with middle finger. Then we go back to D on string number 2, fret number 3, finger number 3. That's a lot of numbers, I know. And we pluck it with the index finger on the right hand. And we end the measure with finger 2 on fret 2, string number 2, and we pluck it with the middle finger. So we got remember to always alternate fingers M and I. Moving on to the next measure, measure number 6, we have this. That's D, D, E, F, E, D. And we play the open 4th string with the thumb. Then we got D on string number 2, fret number 3, with finger number 3. We pluck it with the index. Be sure to start with index finger on the right hand for this measure. Then we got an open string number 1 for the E, pluck it with the middle finger. Then we have F string number 1, fret number 1, and we pluck it with the index finger. We go back to the open 1st string, play it with the middle finger, and we end the measure with the D on string number 2, fret number 3, press with finger 3, and pluck with index. And we just got this. Next measure, it's this. That's actually a copy-paste of measure number 2 and 3, so you've played it before. We will go through it step by step again. It's been a while since we played it. So we got string number 6 open, pluck it with the thumb. Then open 2nd string, pluck it with the middle finger. Then we have C on string number 2, fret number 1, and we pluck it with the index finger. Then we have D, string number 2, fret number 3, play it with the middle finger. Go back to C on fret number 1, pluck it with the index finger, and finally the open 2nd string with the middle finger on the right hand. Be sure to start with M with middle finger and alternate constantly. And to finish the lesson, we have measure number 8, only 2 notes, A and A. We have the A on the 3rd string, fret 2 with finger 2, pluck it with the index finger, and finally the A on the open 5th string with the thumb. For the left hand, always have your curvy fingers, your fingers curved, the fingertips close to the strings as much as possible, and the movements as small as possible too. When you see me play in the tutorial, I'm going to be doing bigger movements because I want the fingers to be clear when I am explaining them, but the idea is always to have them very close, something like this. Even if I play open strings, my fingers are close to the string. And they are always somewhat curved. That saves a lot of time and effort and makes it easier to play. I hope this video has been useful for you. If you want to support the channel, you can do it by liking the video, sharing it, and also subscribing to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the process. Bye.